Hello and welcome to Issues in Education. This first video is intended to give you a background in the design of the course and how this course is different from some of your undergraduate or endorsement courses, and also how this course is seated in the general master's program at Morningside. In taking these master's courses, one of the things that you're going to notice to start with is that there is a different mindset. And you're going to find this in all of the graduate courses. We move away from the standards-based view of courses. It's not a list of standards that get checked off. It's not that as you go through this course, you're going to say, well, I have that done now, I'll check that off, and I'll move to something that is not related to what I've done before. It is not a list of discrete skills. Rather, it's a shift in mindset. And that's what the underlying tone of every graduate course that you'll take in the foundational core has, that it's a mindset shift. It is not a set of discrete skills that you can check off. In this course, you will see the importance of examining the issues in a larger or broader context than just the issue itself. No issue ever stands alone. Some students, as we've moved through the course, have chosen to investigate, for example, guns in schools. Guns in schools is not a discrete issue. It sets in a much larger context. And so as you set about learning about that particular issue, it's important that you're thinking in a much broader context, because that's where the import for that particular question would lie. One of the outcomes of the master's program at Morningside is to instill what we call a scholarly disposition in our students. And Dr. Christofferson does an excellent job of describing what that is. So scholars tend to be natural skeptics. And as they read new information about their field, they read it with a very critical eye. And that's what you're going to be doing. One of the student outcomes for the master's program is that scholars will engage in critical thinking and critical analysis, and that is one of our course outcomes as well. And in order to do that, you tend to consider the greater issues surrounding a particular context or phenomenon, like guns in schools, rather than, as Dr. Christofferson says, getting bogged down in the weeds of day-to-day activities. So when you come into this course, we know that you are an experienced teacher. You've had some experience, you know your content, you've been in the schools. The danger of that is that then you tend to adopt or adapt certain ideas and positions and assumptions about various issues. This course will challenge you about that. It will challenge your thinking. It will force you, if you will, to look at the issue in a broader context, to question not only the information that you read that's been written by the researchers and other writers. It will also challenge you to take a look and question your own assumptions and your own positions. The only way we can develop deeper, sharper, critical thinking skills or analytical skills is to question our previously held assumptions. Albert Einstein had an interesting quote. Once he said, "It's not that I'm necessarily smarter than everybody else. I just ask more questions." And that's exactly what you're going to be doing in this course. You're going to ask more questions, and they're hard questions. And sometimes the answers will surprise you and will lead you to asking more questions. And that is what critical thinking is about. So You're going to learn to ask more questions about the issues, to question your own thoughts, and then continue to pursue unique outcomes and new solutions to the issues. So solving or resolving an issue is not about I agree with author A or I agree with side B. That's not resolving an issue. Resolving an issue is reading everything that you can about it from a multiple of perspectives and then saying, I see how things are similar. I see how some things are different. Continuing to investigate that, synthesizing what you find out, and coming up with a better solution or a new thesis. That is the kind of thinking in which you will engage in this course. This course, Issues in Education, as well as all the other foundational core courses, requires writing that is more formal and more scholarly than the writing in which you engaged in undergrad or your endorsement courses. Writing is really thinking made visible. Each type of writing in this course has a function to help you learn the critical thinking process that is involved here. So by developing the discipline and the mindset, and then taking your thinking and putting it on paper, writing about it, it reveals what your thinking processes are as you engage and grapple with these issues. Now that you know the larger environment in which Issues in Education is seated, view the second video, which will be a tour of the course itself, and it will help you get familiar with what the course looks like online. It'll help you get familiar with how the course is set up, and so that you'll be comfortable as you begin this journey with Issues in Education. So again, welcome to the course. Challenge yourself to do hard things. Get out of your comfort zone. Work hard, discipline your time, and you will indeed reap the benefits of this kind of thinking and to be able to reach the level of scholarly thinking and being a teacher leader. Best of luck.